Hey YouTube, what's going on today? It's Ghost Pirate here with Bad Penguin. I had an interesting idea. You know, there's been a lot of talk about the Steam boxes and stuff like that lately, and I had a roll at making my own. It went well, but I wasn't having the right GPU cards and stuff like that. So then I had this extra idea. I have this little netbook laying around. And I wondered, what would it be like to run Android on a PC? So if you're interested in doing something like that, you're going to want to go to this site right here. This is android-x86.org, and then if you go to the /downloads area, this is what you'll see. So this is not an exact science to get it to work with your hardware, so it's kind of going to be a best guess, and if it doesn't work, we'll try a different image. But if you go down to downloads, you can go through their documentation as well. I've already done that, went through, read everything. I kind of glanced at the release notes as well, and from what I can tell, I'm probably going to be rolling with Android 4.0 release candidate 2. So I went in here and I downloaded this ISO right here. So I already have that downloaded. It's right here on my desktop. The next program you're going to want to get is called Win32 Disk Imager. What this does is it takes an ISO and it will format it in a way that it will boot when you go into your BIOS type of thing off of your stick. So I know that my USB drive is device F, so now all I have to do is come over here and select my image. Now by default it only shows .img. If you go to all, it'll show it. So now I have that selected, I'll hit right. Yes, I want to continue. So I will pop the video back up when this has been done, and hopefully we will have some progress. Talk to you guys soon. Okay, YouTube, we are back. I apologize for the goofy camera angle, and if there's any graining in the video, I have to use a lot of USB extenders to get my camera over here, but we'll do what we can. So we have our USB stick that we burned that image to. All we're doing is throwing it into the USB drive. Now, I already have SteamOS on here. I'm going to be overwriting it. Now, if you guys would like a tutorial on how to do that, just let me know in the comments, and we'll go over how to build a Steam box. The reason why I didn't keep it on this is because it's Intel-based chipsets for GPU, so there's no Intel builds available just yet, but I might be able to do some patching. We'll see. Either way. So I'm just firing it up right now. I'll edit out anything that's a wait here, so if you notice any type of frame jumping, it's because I just edited out sitting here waiting. There's no reason for you guys to sit and watch loading bars. Oh, I appeared to have missed the post. Sorry about that. There we go. Got the post this time. Okay, we're going to boot from hard drive, the USB hard drive. And again, if you guys don't know how to do any boot selections or things like that, you probably shouldn't be attempting this kind of stuff, because if you mess something up, then you're up the creek, so to speak. Okay, so we have some live CD options. Now that would be useful if I wanted to test and do some debugging, see how it's going to run on here, but myself, I don't care because I already have an OS on here that's not working. So I'm just going to go ahead and install it straight to the disk. There's some familiar text. Okay, please select a partition to install to Android. So basically what this is asking me is if you have an existing partition table, this can be run in parallel with other OSs and things like that if you have Grub installed, but myself, I really don't care. Like I said, I only have a non-working OS on here, so let's create and modify partitions. Fatal error. Ooh, bad primary partition. Okay. So it appears that I have some bad partitions on here. Okay, so at this point, I'm just going to edit this part out of the video. What I'm going to do is I'm going to boot into a partition editor on here. I'm going to reflash a new image, like what's that good software there? It's Gparted. And I'm just going to nuke the partition table, and hopefully that will stop any whining from this thing. So I'll talk to you guys in a moment. Okay, YouTube, we are back. I apologize if you can't see the screen that well. I'm going to kind of dictate what's going on here. So the only thing I did was nuked that existing partition table. It was full of errors, so that's why I was having issues. So once you get to this screen, you'll be progressed to this. This is CFDisk. Basically, all it is a partition editor. So you'll have options by going to the left to right here, and it'll select everything at the bottom. You have help, new, print, quit, units, write. So I'm going to go to new, and there's a handy little description at the bottom if you don't know what's going on. If you don't know how to edit partitions, you can go to help, and maybe it'll give you something to think about there. So I'm going to go ahead and go to new, create a primary, and my size. Whoops. New again, I'm doing this on the fly. I've not done this before, so the only reason why I'm showing you guys now is we're doing it together. Okay, so I'm just going to leave it at the default size. I shouldn't need swap, so we're going to flag that as bootable. And then we should be able to go to write. Again, you can't go down on this, it's just side to side. Are you sure that you want to write? Yes, do this. That's why I told you to do it. Okay, I see what's going on. It won't even progress you. Basically what you do is when you go to create and modify partitions, it's only a partition manager. It will not progress your installation. So you go to quit and it'll boot you back to this. So I'm going to select to install to the partition that we just created, which appears at the top, which my hard drive is SDA1. So we're going to go to ext3 because it's awesome. It's sad that we don't have ext4 support, but that's okay. Yes, we want to format the partition. And again, if this takes too long, I'll just edit these bars going across, and you won't have to sit here and wait for everything to be done. Okay, YouTube, we are back. Now that it's done formatting, again, I can't seem to get a good angle on this, so I apologize. I'm just going to continue to dictate what's going on here. Basically, all it's asking me is confirmation is, do you want to install the boot grub loader? Yes, absolutely. Grub is awesome. Do you want to install /system directory as read and write? Yes. But it needs more disk space and a longer installation time. Again, because I'm going to be tweaking with this, because I have an excellent idea for this after I'm done, that I'm going to be putting up another video if this works out. I'm definitely going to say yes to that because I'm going to need to be tweaking a lot of files. So at this point, it's actually doing the installation now. It's actually writing the data to the hard drive. Okay, it says that it's installed successfully. So we can choose to either run or reboot. So I'm going to go ahead and reboot just in case. So now that it's out, I'm going to remove my drive. So just to show you guys that this is running straight off the hard drive. This is the first time I've ever seen this on this computer as well either, so we're kind of going to be discovering together. So this is Grub. It's giving me an option for the debug mode or just standard. So I just let it go to standard. This is Android 4.0 release candidate 2, by the way. I just heard my speakers engage, the little laptop speakers, so it's doing some hardware probing at the moment. And here's the Android boot logo. So far, so good. Now, if you guys want me to do some exploring around on here, I'll see if I can get some screen cap software going if there's no driver issues, and we'll do some poking around in the OS, and I'll show you guys what's going on with this. But I apologize if there's any nasty squeaking and noises at the moment. I'm going to try to move my camera boom down a bit so you guys can actually see what's going on inside of the OS if it decides to boot properly here. Again, this is an Intel chipset, so I'm not too sure what support is like for that because this thing is, to put it mildly, a hot piece of garbage, so we'll see what goes on. Okay, we are greeted with the standard welcome screen. Again, I'm still trying hard to get you a bang-on view. I'm going to try moving everything right down and then panning and twisting. So this is all just time and date. I'm going to leave it default because I'm going to use a NTP, like Network Time Protocol, so we'll get back to that. Got Gmail? Certainly do. Now I'm going to sign in, but I'm going to edit this part out. And again, my Wi-Fi card was picked up immediately, so none of this you guys will see. Okay, and now we're back. This just asking me for my backup and restore. The only thing I did, if you guys are playing along at home, was inputted my Wi-Fi password and put in my Gmail account details. So you guys don't need to see that. Allowed to use Google location. You know what? I don't have GPS in here, so I'm just going to actually go ahead and say yes, because I might be able to get some Wi-Fi action going on here. Okay, my name, tablet is set up, I'm ready to use, finish. Make yourself at home. You can put some of your favorite apps here. No kidding. To see all your apps, touch the circle. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, we have Android booted. We are good. So this is all just the different panes and stuff like that. I'm going to do some pretty heavy customizations on that. If, you know what, we're going to test camera. I couldn't get out of frame quick enough. Yes, it works. I'm surprised. Now, what the hell is the home button? Escape? Okay, escape is mapped as the home button. Okay, we have our settings, we have all that other good stuff. Wi-Fi, wish it would quit showing that on here. Battery, it picked up my battery without an issue. Developer options, that's what I want. USB debugging, absolutely. Yes. Yes. HDCP, excellent. Okay, so we are at... Excellent, we're not banging out the CPU too hard at all. This is all our info here, Asus laptop, which this is actually an Acer, but oh well. So everything seems to be working fine, just fine. In the next video, I'm going to see what we can do about turning this guy, customizing the hell out of it, maybe making our own little Android console. So maybe we can take this and hook it up to a external controller like a PS3 or Xbox 360 controller and see what we can get. So until next time, guys, this has been Ghost Pirate with Bad Penguin Gaming. Please hit like if you guys like this video, and have a nice day. I hope to see you guys soon.